Back on Hitting Hard with Jon Chuckery on Locked On Sports Atlanta, reminding you head over to youtube.com, put Locked On Sports Atlanta into your browser, and subscribe to that channel. Be that person that hits us over the 1,000 subscriber mark. We greatly appreciate everybody being a part of our community. It's awesome. We thank you so much in just a short amount of time how quickly we are growing. And of course, follow me on my Twitter page at JMCH316. Boy, was a frustrating night at the ballpark last night as the Red Sox beat the Braves 9-4. It was a really bad inning that Kyle Wright had in the second inning where he gave up 6 runs, including the grand slam to Rafael Devers. And then at the end of the game, Thornburg comes into the ninth inning and he gives up 3 more after the Braves had gotten it to 6-4. And it turns into a blowout 9-4. Now, again, the Braves last night were 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position. Let me tell you who did their job, though. Travis d'Arnaud was 2 for 4 with a run and 2 RBIs, now up to 309 on the season. Look at the guys in the middle of the order. Riley 0 for 3, Ozuna 0 for 2, Ozzy 0 for 4. Now, to Ozuna's credit, he did have a sac fly. He had a fielder's choice that he got an RBI on. Okay, but he's down to 210. Ozzy's at 223. Riley is 1 for his last 23. He's down to 237. Now, Snitker has shown in the past that he is willing to make some lineup changes and do what it needs to do to tweak the lineup. I'm going to give you a very quick and easy one to try to help you out right now. The one guy who is hitting above, you got all these goofy sabermetric, analytical, metrosexual numbers and stuff that people put out there, balls in play, hard hit ball, exit velocity. Okay, if you love all that kind of stuff, the one guy who's outperforming those numbers is Travis d'Arnaud. Go back to the pandemic year. Remember that lineup? Ronnie, Freddie, Ozuna, d'Arnaud. I'm going to make this real easy. Take Ozuna, drop him down on the order, put d'Arnaud in the cleanup spot. It's time to put d'Arnaud hitting cleanup. I've seen enough right now of Marcell Ozuna kind of flailing away in this and the other that he needs to be moved out of your big run-producing spot. I don't know if that helps Riley, but I'm okay with hitting Riley third because in theory, he's supposed to be one of your better overall well-rounded hitters. He's going through a real struggle right now, 1 for 23, here of late. But I'm not moving Olsen around because I want him and Ronnie at the top of the order because of their on-base percentage. And you can't keep having opportunities come along and not capitalize on them. 1 for 8 here, an 0 for 11 here. You have to start getting guys across home plate. And if you're knocking in guys on base when you're hitting cleanup, all that does is help the bottom of the order, right? It's like one of those things that everything trickles down. If I'm getting real good production up here, guys down here are going to have an opportunity to see better pitches and make some moves down at the bottom of that order. It's not going to fix everything, but right now, they need to put Travis d'Arnaud in the cleanup spot. Just literally swap Ozuna and d'Arnaud, put him in there, and let's see what happens. Because he's outperforming right now. He's over 300. He's hit there before. He's been your, arguably best 1 or 2 run producers. And I know he can't play every day, and I understand that. And he's a catcher. But while he's in there and he's swinging a good bat, because you can always change the lineup again. I mean, we've seen that before too. You can always change the lineup again. But while he's hitting well, you have to take advantage of it. Because Ozuna is having a ton of struggles right now. And we've talked about, really since the start of last year, he had that one little good stretch at the start of the year, got off to a decent start, but has just kind of fallen off a cliff. And look, again, maybe it's a day off here, day off there. I do think last night you saw Ronald Acuna Jr., man, he was running everywhere, stealing a base, running the bases, but he had 2 fly balls that he had to run to one to the back wall, one to the foul wall. I mean, he was running a lot. You could kind of see, they came and checked on him last night at first base. You could see him stretching out his leg a little bit. I think today, personally, I'm going to be I'm going to be amazed if he's out playing right field. I think either if they want his bat in the lineup, he'll DH today, or he may not play at all today. So you want to rest Ozuna? Cool. Move Ronnie to the DH spot. Put Demerit or Arcia or whatever, whatever guys you got or whatever like that, and trot those guys out there. But d'Arnaud needs to hit cleanup. And they need to change it around now and take advantage of it while d'Arnaud is swinging a good bat and this, that, and the other. Because you can't keep leaving runners on base. They're an awful team with runners in scoring position. And that's been one of the big bugaboos. Yeah, they walk way too many guys as far as their pitching goes. But if you look at their numbers with runners in scoring position and look at their numbers with guys on third base, coming into the weekend, they were, like 192 with guys on third base. You have to take advantage of that. And I know it's a deep lineup and it's really good. And it may be the best lineup in the National League. I'm with you on all that. But right now, you're not hitting like the best lineup in the National League. And you have a manager that has in the past had no problem making moves. It's not too early to start tweaking your batting order some. Because again, you should have beat the Red Sox last night. Red Sox are not a good team. They have no business coming in and putting 9 runs up on your field. They're not a good team. They're in last place. They were 10-19 coming into this. They'd lost, I think, 3 in a row coming in. They're one of the worst teams in the American League. You got to beat those guys twice on your home field. You have to start beating bad teams. We can talk about the good teams, talk about Milwaukee and the Padres, and that, but you got to beat the bad teams. That's how you get over the top and how you get your division and stuff like that. I mean, it's one of those things that it's just frustrating to watch this team flail away at times and just not be able to figure some things out. So it seems simple, doesn't seem like it's a big deal or anything like that, but you got to hit d'Arnaud, cleanup. And by the way, the Mets won last night. Hell, they should have won. Somehow Patrick Corbin found youth, but Patrick Corbin was 0-5 with a 7.16 ERA coming that game. The Mets aren't going to probably lose a whole lot to the Nationals. And then they got to play the Mariners, who stink. Braves get through this 2-game set with Boston. You got Padres and then on the road to Milwaukee. It doesn't get any easier. So while you have these games, you have to take advantage of them. We can't keep saying, well, it's early, because every time we keep saying it's early, the Braves tack off a few more things. So let's experiment with it. Snitker has done this in the past. He's done it before. d'Arnaud's hit there before. Okay? I'm not for changing up the very top of the order. You keep Ronnie, Olsen, Riley at the very top of your order. I'm not going to change those 3. Even with Riley's struggles right now, I have to get him to learn how to get out of that funk some. But I can improve one of my high caliber premium RBI run spots at cleanup. And I've got to either move Ozuna down or I've got to sit him for a little bit. But I'm telling you, today, if I'm Snit, I put Ozuna probably out for today, let Ronnie DH if he can go, and I put d'Arnaud right in that cleanup spot, and let's see what happens. Of course, again, I understand catcher. You never know when d'Arnaud is going to play or not play. Oh, it's all frustrating right now with the Braves. It's just trying to find some good news. All right, we thank you so much for being a part of the show today. Want you to head over to youtube.com again. Jump on and be a subscriber to our YouTube page, just about at 1,000 subscribers. So we're super excited about that, literally just a month into this. We hope you're enjoying. Leave us a comment, by the way. Tell us what you think. Give us some feedback on the shows and the episodes that we're doing. Give me a follow on my personal Twitter page at JMCH316. And we always thank you for making Hittin' Hard as your first listen. Don't forget, I want you to make ATL Day 1's your second listen of the day. Jarvis Davis, Tanitra Batiste, talking about the heart of the city of Atlanta. They're going to talk Hawks. They're going to talk Falcons, Braves, Bulldogs. Hell, they might do some HBCU, a lot of different stuff, a lot of good stuff in the conversation that they get into. Just a couple of friends talking sports. It's ATL Day 1's part of Locked On Sports Atlanta. You can find it free and available on YouTube as part of our channel and on all of your favorite podcast platforms. We will be back on Thursday as it is NFL schedule release day. Ooh. Thanks for listening in. It's Hittin' Hard with Jon Chuckery on Locked On Sports Atlanta.